So hello everyone. This video will be regarding living in Berlin, my own experience, sharing my own view of point. So if you're watching this video and maybe you're living in Berlin and our opinion is not the same, it's fine. I'm just gonna speak in this video regarding Berlin and Germany from my perspective of view. So I moved to Berlin 2019 in November, which means that I'm living here 4.5 years already, and this time is more than enough to understand is this city is for you or not. There is a couple of bullet points why exactly this city and probably the country is not for me. I had video previously in Russian speaking about that, but I decided to publish it in English since that video is already past like 2 years or something. And there's a lot of other stuff happen in my life. From my perspective of view, I would say that Berlin is more like for the young generation or people who like techno music, to go to the clubs, party, using certain of illegal stuff. These things is not really for me. I don't like techno. I'm not going so often to the clubs. I'm not using anything. So like from here already you understand that I'm not belong to many part of the societies in the city. Like I don't mind other people to do that if they're fine with that because it's their own life and I'm not the person who should judge them. Here is the point number one. The city itself. What you are doing in Berlin. It can be type of the chilly living here, but it's a massive city. So itself, like chilly life here, it's impossible because it's super busy and it's super noisy. So for example, I came from Tallinn, where is the population of 460,000, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So you don't feel like this rush inside and you are not gaining this like worry type of the feeling inside of you. That's what I liked in the small cities. Like Berlin, I would say like it's a million type of the city, so of course here is like a movement, actions, nightlife, like everything will be super active, super rush, and this type of the living it's not personally for me. I prefer to be somewhere where is the nature. Most likely I would live next to the sea because I raised next to the sea. So this is like things that making me more calm, and this is the life I prefer to have, like if we're speaking about planning the family. So the main point is that the city itself is super busy. So if you're like kind of quiet person, you want a chill life, this city wouldn't probably be for you in case only you're living somewhere not close to the ring of the city center, but more like outside, but also like depending on your job. So if your job is somewhere in like inside the city, whereas the whole action is happening, so you can kind of avoid it. Second thing is that when I just moved to Germany, I had this feeling that I'm living in Estonia, but 20 years ago. I mean, how the digital industry is slowly growing here, I cannot understand, because in Estonia, everything is digital. Like, I don't need any papers to have. Actually, everything is in online and in internet. You can even wait for the party in internet. Like, I mean, everything is so easy, much easier for your life to be. You don't need to spend time much to go outside and reach certain of areas to do certain of stuff. And this is like was the blessing for me, as I used to live in Norway. It was the same system, and here everything is so bureaucratic, and this is like killing me sometimes, because if you're missing one paper, you cannot do many stuff. And sometimes to get this paper, you need to take appointment for the appointment to get this paper. And I'm like, sometimes it's like unbelievable crazy, and I don't understand this. Part of me is understanding that there's a lot of people living in Germany, so this is the easiest way of having a proofs as for the government, as for the people, which means to bringing the paper. So if something is happening, you're like, oh, here you go, I have this one, or I've been there, or I did this. But at the same time, it's so exhausting. I swear. Also, there is like, for me, an understanding thing, because even I lived in Denmark and Norway, there was no problem for me to come to the any governmental areas regarding my documents or registration, which is like tax office or like how does it call, like when you are signing to the apartment and you need to get like official confirmation of it. So everyone speak English with me. There was no issue. They didn't speak English. But here is the law that they're kind of not allowed to, in a way of providing misleading information, that I can go to the lawyer after all and sue them regarding this. I mean, it's understandable that they try to save themselves as much as they can, but it's making such a complicated life for the people. The third bullet point is that my expectations, I guess, because a lot of people told me that, oh, Berlin is so international, you would not struggle with the German and stuff. This is not true. I'm sorry to say that, but like, yeah, you can kind of survive, but a lot of Germans, they are in the reason not speaking English, even they do know English. So to communicate with the Germans, it's really hard, and also they are not really interested to speak with you German, because if they hear that you are learning or like in the stage of getting to know German language, and they see that you are making the mistakes, they more likely to switch to English to speak with you instead of letting you practice your German. So in a way of the same question, they telling us to learn German, right? But if we try to learn it and try to practice it, they're not letting us do that. So here's like that end. And this is like my main question. How do you want the foreigners to learn their language if you're not supporting them with it? Fourth bullet point is that citizens of this country, they're judgmental. I really hate the point of that my life could like bother someone. This is, I really don't understand. And I don't understand the point that people don't own their own business. Like, they really need to make you warning, or like to tell you that you're doing something wrong, that it's not really bothering them, but they have a thought that they have to do so. And I'm like always like, why is it so important to you? For example, I was throwing away the trash, right? That it belongs to our building. So you have to open it with your own key to enter it. So it's logically that I'm living in this area, right? And then the man was passing by and he stopped and he asked me, from which building you are? And I was like, I'm living here. He's like, yeah, from which building? And I'm like, why? Like, I asked him why. And he's like, yeah, because like random people throwing away here trash. And I'm like, I'm living here. I should not provide you my excuse. Like, and this is not your own business. And like, these situations happen kind of often with me personally. I don't know if it's happening with the others. But the Germans, they have like, I don't know, certain of joy from like bringing their opinion or like concern regarding something to the other people. Me personally, I don't understand, because I don't care what the others do in their lives. I'm not the person who should judge them. So I'm like, do your own business, enjoy your life. I'm doing mine. I would clarify for you why did I stay, because of course after like listening my bullet points, the question that you're gonna have in your head is like, okay, you don't like it, why are you still living there? And this is the question I'm asking myself. But there is a clear answer for it. I have a partner and I am not the person who can just like let everything go and pack the luggage and just fly away. I try to manage it, to take over the relationship and like move together instead of like just leaving the person alone by itself and do what I want. And yeah, I was clear with my partner from the beginning that I'm not gonna stay here. My plan was like moving to Berlin, getting the experience in the new field of the work and gain some experience, and then keep some money and move to Stockholm after 2 years. It should happen like 2021. It should, but somehow I didn't plan, but I found the relationship as usual it's happening. And then I understand that I'm not alone anymore, so I need to take a concern regarding my partner thoughts, like his plans and stuff. So we're speaking, discussing regarding this. But I would be honest with you that my mental health is not doing well here. It's not only regarding the city, it's also regarding my job at a certain point, but I understand that the young age is passing, okay? You should not waste the days of your life, especially when you're not restricted with something regarding the loan for the apartment or you having a kids, which I don't. So I was like, okay, I'm at young age still. I don't want to waste my time. I want to enjoy my life. And then I was like, okay, this is a time to collect myself and finally go through and do what I like. That might be my last year in Berlin. I hope 2024 would be the last and close it. Berlin is the first city out of my home country and the Germany itself where I stayed the longest way of my life path. There will be another video where I'm probably gonna speak about the pluses of Germany, because there's in each country is the pluses and minuses of it. But this video mostly about my plans. Not only plans, but explanation regarding why I really want to move away from the Berlin. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to grow and raise my family. And I want to make another step in my life to have a better life mentally, and to also have a better life for my future kids. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you got to know me a little bit more, right? If you have any concern regarding the Berlin, just share it with me below in the comments. I wish you a lovely beginning of the spring. I know it's already super warm. That's actually what I'm planning to do. Now I'm just packing my stuff and going outside to sit in the cafe for 3-4 hours probably. Enjoying the weather and preparing myself tomorrow for the work and for vacation that I'm gonna have soon. Thank you everyone. Bye.